Governor Ralph Northam, aka Snatch 'em from the aka the tortoise from the north. He's at it again, but what did he do this time? Let's find out. I haven't made a video in a while, and this one tied in two of my classics. Governor Ralph Northam's Snatch 'em from the and New York trying to dive into people's Google search history, which I need to look into that in order to get gun permits. So anytime you want a gun permit in New York, the proposed law was, hey, you need to give over your Google passwords and your, I believe, social media accounts as well. And they were going to go through a couple years of your past to see if, you know, if you're a racist, a this or thatist. But now Northam is back in the news, which he ties into my second video, my second most popular video, which was, you know, he was trying to root for baby abortions outside of the womb.
So in this particular example, if a mother is in labor, I can tell you exactly what would happen. The infant would be delivered. The infant would be kept comfortable. The infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired. And then a discussion would ensue between the physicians and the mother. So.
Northam tried to one-up New York and say, hey, you know what? Let's snatch them out of there, snatch them out of the and we'll make a decision after the fact. You know, we might put him down. It's up to the mother, right? He hasn't gone far enough yet. Recently, he decided to declare a state of emergency in his recent gun-grabbing campaigns to snatch the guns out of the residents of Virginia.
We're seeing threats of violence. We're seeing threats of armed confrontation and assault on our capital.
It's very odd to me that he would have somehow snuck past in Virginia, one of the most gun-loving states.
But we have received credible intelligence from our law enforcement agencies that there are groups with malicious plans for the rally that is planned for Monday.
So I guess Monday, the 18th of January, there's going to be a rally. Is that correct? I could be off on my math. I don't really care. I'm on the fly here. Come on now.
It includes out-of-state militia groups and hate groups planning to travel from across the country to disrupt our democratic process with acts of violence.
Out-of-state militia groups. In Virginia, that used to, you know, 20, 30 years ago, you'd be like, oh, that's cool. Out-of-state militias are coming. Yeah, let's bring them on. Bring them over. Like, we're going to hang out. We're going to barbecue. It's going to be awesome. Now we're afraid of out-of-state militias in Virginia?
They are not coming to peacefully protest. They are coming to intimidate and to cause harm.
By the way, the Constitution grants a right to peaceably assemble, not to protest out in the streets and stuff. What is a peaceful protest? Home set in a high, we want our guns. Oh, please give them to us, great government. What is a peaceful protest? What is that? And I don't understand, right or left, why you would ever go out there and protest. No one cares. No one's going to listen to you. It just leads to violence, and then the media sways it the way that, you know, the government wants it to be anyways. So it doesn't make any sense to go out there and just be fodder in the cannon fire there, in my humble opinion.
They are coming to intimidate and to cause harm. Offline and online, such as alternative dark web channels used by violent groups and
I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt so much, but after having someone in the office like President Trump who doesn't kowtow and, oh, they're out there to get us, right? He doesn't give us that terroristic thing of George Bush, which maybe that's why I see George Bush in his face when it's out of focus. Because George Bush was like, kind of used fear to control public opinion. And that's what Ralph Northam is doing very clearly. Trump doesn't do that, in my opinion. He doesn't do that. He's just a strong leader. And because of that, people get strong and they stand beside him. And they say, look, it's true. That's what we want, right? But then you got Northam. Ooh, armed people are coming to get you.
They are coming to intimidate and to cause harm.
That's why we're going to take your guns away. I mean, geez, they get you in a state of fear. Fun times.
Similar to what has been seen before other major events, such as Charlottesville. Let me be clear. These are considered credible, serious threats by our law enforcement agencies. This intelligence comes from mainstream channels, both offline and online, such as alternative dark web channels used by violent groups and white nationalists from outside Virginia. But no one wants another incident like the one we saw in Charlottesville in 2017. We will not allow that mayhem and violence to happen here.
I mean, that sheriff in the back. First of all, he has like this lawyer guy. I assume he's a lawyer directly behind him, who's just like serious faced the whole time, and he just agrees every once in a while. And then you got the sheriff. He's just like, do I really stand beside this? Am I really going to do this? Am I really going to do this? You got the sheriff over here. He's contemplating his life. He's clearly not happy. He's either been sad for years because he's been like Northam's personal bodyguard and he has to hear his BS all the time and he can't do anything about it. I believe there's a sheriff from North Carolina that actually came up and responded to Ralph Northam saying, you guys need to join us because these people is crazy.
I just want to personally and publicly go on record supporting this resolution before us this evening. You know, guys, it's simple, like a lot of them have said. The Constitution needs no explanation. It's been enforced for several hundred years now. It's easy to understand. It says what it means and means what it says. And the last time I read the Declaration of Independence, it specifically reminds all of us that we're endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, which means God-given. Among these, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And that governments were instituted among men specifically to secure our God-given rights. And it says when government becomes destructive to these ends, meaning when they go above and beyond trying to secure our liberties and trying to take them, it's the right of the people to alter or abolish that government, either by voting or ultimately, God forbid, to use our Second Amendment rights to protect ourselves from tyranny. And I'm just asking all of y'all to unanimously join our sister counties of Wilkes, Surrey, Stokes, Lincoln, and Cherokee and get on board with this thing and publicly demonstrate to us that you're willing to uphold and honor the same oath I took when I put my hand on God's word and held my other hand up to him and swore that I'd give my life to defend that Constitution. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but regardless of what y'all do or don't do, I'm not going to enforce an unconstitutional law. I'm going to...
All of this happens, right, and coalesces on National Religious Freedom Day. And Trump finally signed in, I guess it was on the 15th of January. Trump made a proclamation issuing National Freedom of Religion Day, I believe it's called. And check out risingrepublic.com for more news, you know, kind of like this, not where I'm recording, although I'll probably put most of what I record like this on there. You know, I just put snippets together of things that I find interesting and I throw them up and get them out there. risingrepublic.com. Thank you for watching. It's been fun. Hope you enjoyed.